Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Grit Culture. Before I get this video started, I rarely say this nowadays, but I do it for this video. If you like the commentary at the end of this video, feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also leave comments, let me know what you think. I'm not intellectual authority or anything like this. I do want to hear what other people have to say on different topics, and we can learn together. We can bounce ideas off of each other. But anyway, I wanted to talk about Louisiana mandating the 10 Commandments in classrooms. So it's got to show the 10 Commandments, and this has had a very polarizing response. The ACLU is threatening to sue because they're saying this is unconstitutional because it's separation of church and state. A lot of people point toward the First Amendment that says the government is not to acknowledge or respect any, I don't want to say it wrong, respect any religion, right? This is something that's been argued throughout the years. I need to read through the Federalist Papers, but even when trying to highlight, you know where you go into, because I have it in PDF, where you can highlight and find everywhere within the actual documents to where it says religion. There's nothing that actually verifies exactly or defines exactly what they mean with religion, because religion could be anything. Now we believe, or we would assume, that they were taking a theistic type of approach when defining religion, as ones that believe in a god or anything like that. But there's all type. Religion can apply to all type of things. You can do something religiously, religiously, a way of life. There's always been discussion on what it means to, when you're talking about Constitution, the Bill of Rights, different things. Do those things apply to, when talking about in the public spaces, does it just apply to government's ability to affect private places or public places? Like, for example, the Second Amendment, and being able to bring your gun in public places, like, whether it's a police station or government building and things like that. Like, a lot of people have contested these type of things, right? So that would apply to this same situation when you're talking about, as far as the government is limited on pushing, as far as religion and different things like that. And like I said, there's the discussion on what actually is religion. So when you're talking about public schools, and could you count BLM, and could you count LGBTQ, right? Because these are ways, even just beyond, identities or anything like that. These are ways of life, right? These people live it religiously, But we're just going to attack it from the way that it's typically attacked, or the way that, how society is, how people have been moving with it. And this is what I got to say, is if there would probably be no pushback from the same ACLU if it was like I said, BLM or LGBTQ put within the classrooms, right? Like I said, it's one thing if you're talking about a private institution, but you're talking about publicly, right? So for you to be able to have that type of imagery, you're putting it on public streets, and people are getting fined for driving on it, and and leaving skid marks from their cars and everything on it. People are getting threatened with jail time, because it's government property and different things like that. But these is the imagery that particular politician who's elected in office at that time, that's what he wants to display. That's the group that he wants to represent, or show love to at the moment. So this is what they plan on doing in Louisiana, right? The governor. And this is just something that you gotta respect, because if you don't, you look like you're a complete hypocrite. Anybody that has a problem, anybody that thinks it's okay to, you know, have BLM material or, you know, LGBTQ material on public space, not just schools, but just in a public space, just, you know, in a public space. And anybody that desecrates it or remove this, anything like that, they can be punished. So like I said, it creates the same exact atmosphere within, it's the same exact scenario within the classroom, right? Ideologically, if you allow one, you gotta allow the other. It's just, that's just how it goes, you know what I'm saying? That's just being consistent, right? But we'll see where this goes, man. This is gonna be, you know, it's gonna be pretty interesting on how they rule. Like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section on, you know, is there an issue with what I'm saying? Is there, you know, bring some more information. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of nuance that goes into things like this. But like I said, judging based off how we've typically done it, and how people typically see things and how they operate as far as government and, you know, displaying logos and whatever it may be, different ideologies, you would have to follow the same pattern. You'd have to follow the same pattern. So you should not have, if you believe that there should be LGBTQ flags on public properties, and or they got particular federal holidays and federal months, you know, you got to have the same energy. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, because there's a lot of nuance to all of this. And yeah, I just want to know what everybody else thinks about this. But, you know, me, like I said, if there's a particular type of precedence that goes before this, that's happened before this, like, you gotta operate off of that. You basically gotta operate off of that, and y'all gotta keep that same energy and keep that same consistency. You can't get mad if they got the 10 Commandments up when, you know, like I said, it may not be particularly mandated within the classroom, but if there's a particular mandate within public places as far as displaying of flags or displaying of agenda, whatever type of agenda, then you got to have the same type of energy for it. And that's simple. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And it's the Great Culture. I will holler at y'all later.